Welcome to Learning to Glow, a show about wellness, skin health, and self-development. I'm your host, Jess. I'm a mom, entrepreneur, and skincare expert. I'm so excited to share tips on how to achieve healthy skin and bring amazing guests in the field of health, fitness, aging gracefully, and personal growth. Let's explore all different ways we can take care of ourselves as women, both inside and out, to truly shine. So let's get glowing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learning to Glow podcast. Today, we have a great conversation with Maria. Maria is a breast cancer survivor. Alongside with her treatment, she found the infrared sauna to go along with her healing. Today, she is the owner of Perspire. She has 3 locations in Southern California, and she continues to sauna every day. So today, we really talk about the incredible and surprising benefits of the sauna. And it was such a great conversation. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have listened and enjoyed our show, please do rate and or review our podcast. It only takes a moment and it really helps us get the word out. I really appreciate you. So enjoy this episode with Maria, and here we go. Thank you so much for being here today, Maria. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
So glad you can make it. I like to start off every episode by just having my guests explain like a little bit about themselves and what you do and all that good stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So I recently kind of went into the wellness space 3 years ago after coming from corporate world for 23 years. I was in software development, product management, and kind of transitioned into wellness 3 years ago. So I own Perspire Sauna Studios in Clemente, Dana Point, and Laguna Niguel.
Nice. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that a little bit later. And you said you recently came into the wellness industry. So tell us how you got here and what brought you to get into wellness.
Yeah, so I was actually going through my own health journey. I am a breast cancer survivor. So yeah, I went through the whole kind of 9 yards of treatment, surgery, double mastectomy, chemo, and radiation. So I discovered Perspire as a member. I was actually an unlimited member at Laguna Niguel for quite some time. And then somehow I got laid off of my job and I was just like, you know what, I'm done working. I'm like done traveling. I was traveling a lot. I was stressed a lot. And so I was like, I really want to do something that is healing. And I kind of just looked into Perspire. I'm like, what would it be like to own one of these? And it was like the rest is history. In 3 years, I basically open 3 locations in 3 years.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. So it sounds like you did some going through with your breast cancer and healing through that. It sounds like you were also doing things, not just as far as like your surgeries and things like that. Did you do anything else other than finding sauna to like get well and get healthy?
Yeah, I started eating healthier. I actually a certified health coach, and I just kind of got very interested in nutrition because I know part of, the disease is mostly coming from food and inflammation and toxins. And so definitely a change in lifestyle and also just a change in quality of my life. Being a business owner is obviously very different than working for somebody and working for the corporate life from 9 to 5.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then I know traveling is very stressful.
hmm
Traveling for work I used to have a job where I was traveling like 3 to 4 weeks out of the month. And it was just,
Yeah,
it's stressful to be,
it
especially, and I
is.
don't like to fly. So I don't know how I lasted as long as I did.
hmm
It gets to be very stressful.
Yes.
So with your nutrition specialty, did you do that after your corporate job too? Or were you always kind of interested in health and wellness?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a really active person. At least I consider myself one. I mean, I used to be a runner. I ran multiple half marathons and marathons and I always worked out every day and I still do. So I definitely wanted something either fitness or wellness and I just thought it was like really fitting for me to do the infrared sauna because it healed me so much tremendously in terms of like, during my treatment, I was going through anxiety and depression and not just the physical parts of it. I mean, it helped me with a lot of my pain. So, yeah, I wanted to kind of like share that with the community and, just I think I think it's like, I've never even heard of it until I found it. And I was just like, wow, this is like magic. And I've been going every day for like the last 5 years now. So
Oh my gosh.
it's been great.
So tell us, since we're talking about the sauna, I'd love to hear why sauna and how did you find it? And also, it sounds like you were looking at it from like more of a healing, like
Mm,
type of a healing treatment, which I don't think people think of it like that as much, which is so
mm,
amazing. So tell us, why did you pick the sauna? And then other than like some, obviously the healing is like such a huge part of it, but like what other benefits do
mhm.
you tell people about when it comes to the sauna?
Yeah, I mean, I love the healing part of it. I mean, a lot of people know the traditional saunas. I mean, it was invented in Finland like decades ago. So all the benefits that come with a traditional sauna, obviously you get that with infrared sauna, but infrared sauna is more high tech. So it's actually using light instead of like heating the room, it's heating up your core body temperature. So and I'm kind of like a tech, I'm a geek a little bit because I come from tech, I come from software. So it's almost like more efficient way of like detoxing instead of the traditional sauna where you can only go in there for like 5 to 10 minutes and you're suffocating and you can't breathe. Infrared actually is milder for your body. So you can go in there higher temperature, 170. I usually do 170 and you can go in there for 40, 45 minutes. So you're getting a lot, 7 times more detox is the study says than the traditional sauna or just traditional sweat from a gym. So it's definitely got a ton of benefits like pain is a big one, improving sleep, detox. We have a lot of people that come basically get prescribed infrared sauna from their naturopath because they have Lyme disease or mold toxicity from where they're living. Yeah, we
Oh,
actually have a
wow.
member in San Clemente that started going when we opened 2 months ago, and she had mold all over her apartment. And she said she just did her recent CT scan and it was all gone. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, we have people that are in pain, recovering from surgery or like recovering from chemo. We have a lot of cancer patients too that go in between their chemo to get rid of all the toxic, treatment drugs. And then what else? I mean, it's good for your skin. We have red light therapy in there. So it's all built in. The combination of red light and infrared sauna is actually really powerful. A lot about skin. It obviously creates collagen, and red light has been around for ages. It was invented in NASA to grow plants. So we all know it's very effective. But if you combine it with heat, it's actually really good for your skin. So yeah, a lot of recovery. We have a lot of athletes that come in that do ultra marathons, and they can train as hard as they want because they go to the sauna, and all the basically the recovery is much faster. So it gives you a little bit of an edge if you're an athlete. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I am on medication for the next 5 years for breast cancer. So I already finished 5 years. So I do get like knee pain from it, like joint pain. That's one of the side effects. And I don't feel any pain at all, and I go every day.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's really big on pain. We have a lot of hairdressers that come in also, and because they're like this all day, and like we have a lot of chefs that come in that are on their feet all day, and it's great because they all the pain kind of just goes away when you go because it gets rid of all the toxins in your body, which is the cause of the inflammation and the pain.
oh my gosh, that's so interesting. I
Mhm.
I could totally see that with it's the inflammation really
Mhm.
causes a lot of the pain too, right? Like
Yeah,
that, and then having that, is it the light too that really helps with that reducing the inflammation?
the
Is
red
it
light.
that makes it more powerful than like the
Yes,
regular sauna? Yeah.
yes, the red light therapy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But yeah, infrared is just basically a better way to detox because, as you know, every day we consume toxins from the food that we eat or the air that the water that we drink, the air that we breathe, everything that we put in our body, in our skincare, our shampoo and conditioner, everything has toxins. So yeah, sometimes I do go in the sauna session and, depending on what I ate or what I drank the night before, I do get the black sweat, which is basically all the toxins that are in my body that are just basically flushing out. So, yeah.
It's really interesting about the difference between the regular and the infrared because I
Hmm.
didn't know. it's true. Like when you go into a regular sauna, you cannot stay in there very long.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that is why you can stand it for as long as you can. And when I went to Perspire, it was like, I think I did 40, it was at least 40 minutes. So
Hmm.
is that the typical time that people sit in the sauna for 40 minutes?
Yes, yes. There's
And then
really no added benefit if you stay longer. What your body can take.
is there benefit if you do it for a shorter, or is it really recommended to stay in for the whole 40 minutes?
We do recommend 40 minutes. You can always lower the temperature if you can't tolerate. You build your tolerance over time. But yeah, some people go in there even for 130, you still get a lot of benefits. Yeah, so there's
What
no like minimum temperature. I mean, like there's no like required temperature where you're getting all the benefits.
Okay, so if you're new and
Hmm.
you have never done it before and you don't know what temperature to start at, what would you
Hmm.
like recommend for somebody who's brand new?
140 would
Okay.
be our, we always set it up for 140 for a brand new guest, just because, yeah, your body kind of tolerates it over time.
Okay, and then you can just move it up as you
Yeah.
and then is 170 kind of like the max that you guys
Hmm.
go? Okay.
Yes. So we have a lot of 170 members.
So if you're doing sauna and you're getting into it and you're new, what are some of the things that you recommend people do? You're sweating a lot. So
Hmm.
do you advocate for any supplements or anything like that when you're losing like a lot of sweat, or are there any other things that you recommend that they do?
I mean, if you're detoxing, obviously diet plays a big part in detox too. So eating clean and, not like stuffing a burger right after you sweat is not really a good idea.
Right.
And then alcohol, obviously. But we do have members that come out of their sauna sessions like, okay, it's time to retox. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Oh
Because
my
you're
God.
like defeating the purpose. But it is great for hangovers.
Nice. Okay.
um, but yeah, I mean, for new people, I mean, it takes time to see like the benefits and feel it. So I would definitely try it for at least a week, like three sessions, and then you'll start feeling it. Like you start just feeling more energy, and you can sleep better, and it's like you just feel cleaner inside, I feel like. And it's also been shown, there's a bunch of studies out there that it's been shown to also reduce depression and anxiety and seasonal affective disorder. So,
I That's incredible. There's so many benefits to this.
hmm.
It's like crazy how many benefits
Hmm.
there are. But I remember like the thing that I noticed the most after doing my first sauna was how well I slept. And
Hmm.
I know a lot of people they struggle with sleep and getting good
Hmm.
quality sleep. And I think I had done an infrared sauna a long time ago, but
Hmm.
when I went to Perspire for the first time, I was really shocked at how good my sleep was. Like it was a huge difference.
Hmm.
And that's just something that I don't always get. And, you always shoot for, but I love that
Hmm.
that's something that you can, if you struggle with sleep, I feel like
Hmm.
that's such a good idea to try getting
Hmm.
in the sauna because I had the best night's sleep.
Yay! I
Yeah,
know.
it was nice.
Yes, definitely. That's why we're booked from 4 to close because
Yes.
everybody wants to come in at that time so they can sleep good.
Yes. So tell us more about the experience when you go to your facility. If you've never been,
Mhm.
paint a picture for us for people who've never experienced it.
Yeah, so we do recommend wearing loose fitting clothing so you can fit in it right after your sweat session. For first timers, we always give them a tour of the facility and obviously how to operate your sauna. We usually start them at 140 degrees and then we set the timer on for them for 45 minutes so they can have time to settle in. Maybe basically it's your own private room. You can lock the door and you can wear whatever you want. We have some people that come in there doing yoga, so they're in their yoga outfit, or we have people that are in their birthday suit and just relaxing watching Netflix. We do provide full entertainment. We have Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu, and you can catch up on your shows for that whole 45 minutes while you're sweating. And we do have people that want the TV off and they just want to read their book or listen to their own music. So very flexible. It really depends on how you want to relax. But yeah, after your 40 minutes is done, you're just gonna feel wonderful the rest of the day.
It's funny because I'm like somebody who goes to bed really early, and I don't really watch a lot of TV. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to, but I'm like, my sleep is more important at this point in my life. And so
Mm-hmm.
I just go to bed, and I was really excited that there was Netflix at Perspire. I was like, first of all, at first I was like, I felt a little guilty because I thought, oh, should I be meditating or relaxing right now? And then I was like, this is this is me time. Like I watched, oh my gosh, I can't remember right now. It
Mm-hmm.
was the Murdoch, like it was so good. It was a documentary. And I was
Yeah.
laughing because I was like, this is real me time because I got to catch up
Mm-hmm.
on watching some shows, and I love that, I have I'm a spa person, so I have a big spa background. I loved that we could have a cool towel
Oh yeah.
after the treatment, after the
Mm-hmm.
sauna, because it was like a spa experience.
Mm-hmm.
You had all the nice towels and the
Mm-hmm.
cool towel afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like when you leave the session, it felt like I had just had a massage.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the feeling. You were so relaxed. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that contributes to why sleep is so much better too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep,
yeah, I loved that
exactly.
there was entertainment.
Yay. Yeah. And then you get the cold eucalyptus towel to cool your body down. We do recommend letting your body kind of cool down naturally. I know people ask us if we have showers, but we actually don't recommend showering immediately after because you're still sweating. You're
Mm.
still going to be sweating for like 20 minutes after your session, and you're still getting benefits. So we actually want you to cool your body down naturally and then shower maybe 30 minutes after.
Oh,
And
I
it's
didn't know that.
also, yeah, and it's also clean sweat. It's not like when you go to the gym, it's a stinky sweat. It's actually clean sweat. It doesn't smell because it's like going deeper into your core body temperature. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not, sweat is not like dirt, it's like
Mm-hmm.
for sure. That's what I tell myself when I don't wash my hair after sweating. So, as far as sweating goes, I want to talk about that a little bit too, because I've heard a lot of people say sometimes when you first start, maybe you don't sweat as much. And
Mm-hmm.
I know that I have friends who don't sweat. They just don't sweat. And
Yeah.
even though they'll get like a really good workout in, but
Mm-hmm.
they just, and meanwhile, when I work out, I'm just like dripping. So
Mm-hmm.
tell us about that. Like, what is that? That's probably a healthy thing to get like a good sweat, right?
Yes. Yeah, we do recommend hydrating a lot before, during, and after. So I usually do like a 1 liter of like one of those Essentia during and then before hydrating and then after. Because if you're not hydrated, you're really not going to sweat that much. It really depends on what you ate and what you drank before your sauna session. I find myself actually sweating more when I go in the afternoon because I've already had a lot to drink and a lot to eat. After lunch is a good time, but we do have people that come in at 7. But yeah, I mean, it really just depends on the person and like your diet and your lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I am
Yeah.
hydrated, so maybe that's why I sweat so much. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, highly recommend Perspire. I think it's so amazing. And I I just enjoyed the facility was so beautiful, and I loved the big, how it's so private and
Mhm.
you can come as you are. Like I think that's the best way to do it personally.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
and all the niceties that you have, and everybody that I encountered was so sweet and professional.
Oh,
So
thank
I
you.
really recommend, if you are local, tell us again where you have the stores and how we can find you, because I know you also have an Instagram page.
Yeah, so I guess the best way is just if you want to go on the website, it's perspiresaunastudio.com. You will find all of our locations there. We have over 40 locations open nationwide. And being a member actually in any of those locations, you can use any Perspire location. So we're in Laguna Niguel and on Greenfield and Crown Valley by Nordstrom Rack. And then we also have a Dana Point one in Monarch Bay Plaza by Jelson's. And then San Clemente just opened 2 months ago. We're in the Trader Joe's shopping center on Camino de Estrella.
Okay, perfect. And I'll leave all this in the show notes too
Okay,
for all everyone if you want to go check it out. You get a
awesome.
special for your first time, is that right?
Yeah, so a first session is always $20. So it's super low investment
Yes.
for like 40 minutes of self-care. Yeah, and then we have membership and packages that you can choose from if you do decide to come back. It's definitely more value based instead of paying for a single session, which is usually $49.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
being here with us today. And
you're
this, I mean, if this
welcome.
doesn't motivate us to go get a sauna, I don't know what will.
Mhm.
So this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please subscribe and review so we can reach more people who want to learn to glow alongside us. See you next time.